Please don't do this to me. Okay, you can't give me a child. Leave my house. Jesus, what if it is?
For 8 years, Wilson waited. 8 years of prayer. 8 years of doctor visits. 8 years of hearing neighbors whisper, his wife is beautiful. But beauty no dey born pikin. At first, he ignored them. His wife, Oge, was everything he wanted, smart, respectful, caring. But each year without a child made his heart harder. One afternoon, after he came back home, he snapped. Oge entered the house smiling, hoping for comfort, when she saw her clothes already outside. Wilson, what is this? Why are my things outside? He didn't shout. He just said, Oge, leave. You cannot give me a child. She fell to her knees, crying, please. Don't do this. We can keep trying. I love you. But Wilson's mind was closed. And the moment he told his new girlfriend to join him, the humiliation became complete. The new woman, Titi, who looked nothing like Oge, she wasn't beautiful, she wasn't attractive, walked out proudly and began throwing Oge's remaining clothes onto the ground, saying, you have expired. Pack and go. Neighbors gathered, shaking their heads. He ignored advice from his relatives and friends. Oge's mother called Wilson later and only said, God bless you. And ended the call. A strange statement. But Wilson didn't care. All he wanted was a child. Titi was not beautiful. And truth be told, Wilson did not choose her for beauty. He chose her because she looked fertile. Within the first months, she shouted the news. Wilson, I am pregnant. He fell to his knees and cried with joy. For the first time in years, he felt like a real man. But Titi really dealt with him. She never lifted a finger during her pregnancy. She would sit crossing her legs and always watching TV. He bought her everything she requested. He cooked for her. He cleaned the house. He washed her clothes. Titi never worked. Never contributed unlike his first wife Oge. She never appreciated anything. He worked extra hours to provide. Whenever he complained about her laziness or her demands, she would touch her stomach and say, remember, I am carrying your son. And just like that, Wilson would swallow his anger. Pregnancy changed her. She became more ugly. Her body grew wide. One night, Wilson woke up and saw her face very close to his. He almost screamed. She looked like one African deity. Meanwhile, money flowed out of his pocket daily. She was like a money-sucking machine. Soon, Wilson went broke. But he kept telling himself, once the baby comes, everything will change. The baby boy was born. 3 years passed up, but something felt off. At age 3, the boy was aggressive, too aggressive. He would push older children, shout, and even throw stones. Wilson would watch and whisper to himself, which kind 3-year-old be this? But something bothered him more. The boy looked nothing like him. Not the eyes. Not the nose. Not even the skin tone. One night, he sat on his bed sweating. A voice in his head kept repeating, check DNA. Check DNA. He finally did. And the result shattered his world. Not his child. Wilson sat on the hospital bench for almost 1 hour, shaking. The nurse asked if he was okay. He couldn't speak. His whole life, every sacrifice, every humiliation, all for a child that wasn't his. Broken and confused, he decided to check himself. After some tests, the doctor looked at him with sad eyes. Wilson, you have complications. You cannot father a child naturally. Not now. Not before. Wilson's mouth went dry. His ears rang. He whispered, so, the problem was me. All these years, it was me. The doctor only nodded. And suddenly, Oge's face flashed in his mind, her tears, her begging, her humiliation. He had destroyed that woman's life. For nothing. That night, he confronted Titi. "Pack your things. You and your son should leave my house." But Titi laughed loudly. "Leave? For where?" "Wilson, I am not going anywhere." When he insisted, something unbelievable happened. Titi beat him. Yes. A woman beat him badly, dragged his shirt, pushed him to the ground, slapped him. "This house. I am not leaving. If you like, cry." Wilson sat on the floor shocked. He looked at her like she was a stranger, a demon he invited into his own home. With a broken heart, he left the house that night and went searching for Oge. He asked old neighbors. He asked her relatives. Eventually, he found her new address. As he approached the gate, he saw her through the window. She was pregnant. Again. Her husband, tall, handsome, gentle, walked to her, placed his hand on her belly, and they laughed together. Wilson felt something twist inside him. Regret. Pain. Shame. He waited for her outside. When she finally stepped out, her eyes widened. "Wilson, what are you doing here?" He opened his mouth, but words failed him. Oge looked peaceful. Happier than he had ever seen her. "My husband will soon be back," she said softly. "Please leave." He wanted to apologize. He wanted to explain. But the moment her husband walked out smiling and holding her waist, Wilson realized the truth. He had thrown away the only real gift God ever gave him. As Wilson walked home, with no child, no wife, no happiness, her mother's old words echoed in his head. "God bless you." Now he understood. It wasn't a blessing. It was a warning. A sentence. Because sometimes, when you mistreat someone who loves you, God blesses them and leaves you to face your own mistakes.
And that is the end of my story. If you find this story interesting and want to get more of our stories, please click on the subscribe button and turn on the bell icon to get notified immediately we upload new stories. Bye-bye.